Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that comes up quite often in my author groups, especially by newbie authors, and that's cover design. Cover design is kind of one of those unknown topics. I know it was when I was decided to try my hand at self-publishing. There are a lot of different options out there, and most newbies have no idea what they should expect, what their options are, and how much they are going to run cost-wise. So I'm going to touch on that today. I know that it's a little bit of a taboo subject because we don't like to talk about cost in a place where readers can look, but I think it's something that not only authors need to be aware of, but also readers. There's a lot that goes into publishing a book, and there is a lot of cost investment to the author or the publisher when it comes to producing a quality book. There are four main ways to do cover design, and the first and least expensive way is to choose a pre-made cover. Now, this is exactly what it says. This is a cover designer who has taken a stock photograph and has designed a cover. Font, color, everything is already predetermined, and the author buys that, puts their name on it, their title on it, and it's theirs. You don't really have a lot of say in, or any say in the color scheme or the fluctuations in lighting or tone or usually even font that is used. That's all pre-made. That's what you're getting for the cost. Some cover designers will allow you to change some of that, but most of them will charge you an additional fee in order to do that. Those covers usually run around $45 a piece. I have, however, seen a few of them run sales, especially around the end of the year when they're cleaning out inventory, and I've seen them go for as low as $10 a piece. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for a cheap but quality cover option. The second option, which is a little more expensive, is to use a stock photo from a stock photo site such as Deposit Photos or Adobe Stock, and then have a cover designer design it for you. Please, please, please have a cover designer design your cover for you. Unless you have a degree or a lot of experience in doing professional cover design, it is worth the money to pay somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. Your cover is the first impression a reader has of you, and you want it to be a good one, and that means having a quality cover on your book. A cover designer is going to charge you anywhere from $45 to $200. The really good cover designers are usually going to run you between $125 and $200. If somebody wants to charge you more than $200 just to do your cover design, you want to stop and start asking questions as to why the cost is so much. I had an author in one of my groups have a cover designer tell them that they were going to charge them $600 for a cover design of a stock photo. And luckily, they had access to an author group where they could ask the question and were told unanimously by everyone in the group that it was an outrageous price for what they were getting. Stock photos themselves, which is separate from the cover design, they vary in price. I have seen them for as low as $5 a piece, and I have seen them for as much as $70 a piece, and I'm sure there are some that are even more than that. There are a number of factors that go into those pricing, and a lot of times those are determined by the photographer themselves when they upload the photo onto the stock sites. Now, one of the negatives about a stock photo is that it is a stock photo. It is getting sold to multiple parties. It could be hundreds of different people buying that same photo. It could even be thousands of people buying that same photo. You do not have exclusive rights to that photograph, which means that there could be 5, 10, 20 different book covers that have the exact same models and the exact same pose on up on Amazon, Barnes& Noble, and any of the retail sites. So that's one of the negatives with using a stock photo. So what are your other options? The next most expensive is an exclusive photo. Now what that is that the photographer agrees to sell you a photograph and give you exclusive rights, meaning that you are the only one that is going to be using that specific photo ever. You want to do a little bit of research on that though, because I have heard of a few photographers that do exclusive rights, but they're limited, where they are only exclusive for 2 years or 5 years. So again, make sure you ask questions, make sure you do your research, and please, please read over any contracts that you sign with a photographer so that you know exactly what you're getting for your money. But an exclusive picture is going to run you anywhere from $200 to about $600 on average. Now, granted, there is always the possibility of that cost going up if it is a highly desirable model or a really well-known photographer that you are having do the pictures. But $200 to $600 is a good ballpark figure to assume you're going to be paying when you're looking at an exclusive photo. And you need to also know that that does not include the cost of the actual cover design. So you will still be paying the $45 to $200 on top of the cost of the photo for the cover design itself. The most expensive option and the most flexible is a custom photo. Now, it is exactly what it says. It is custom. It is for you. A photographer will do a custom shoot with models of your choice, and they will usually ask you what positions you're looking for, what moods you're looking for, if there's anything specific, do you want them to use props? So there is a lot of options available. Now, with a custom shoot, the costs on that usually start at around $800, and they can go up from there indefinitely. There's a lot of different variables, the cost the photographer charges for the actual shoot, the modeling fees. Obviously, your modeling fees are going to be higher if you have 2 models or 3 models in a picture versus if you only had 1, or if you were using an object versus actual human models. And then there's also the cost of if they have to travel or if they have to purchase any props, go to specific locations for a shoot. I mean, if you wanted to, if you needed the pictures to be taken at Niagara Falls and the photographer and the models had to travel there, the author would incur that cost. Usually you will pay the photographer, and then the photographer takes care of paying the models. They take care of the modeling contracts and any of those legalities. So that's a nice advantage of that. And again, you still have the actual cost of cover design on top of the custom photo shoot. So hopefully I've answered a few of your questions on cover design. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, or you can catch me on Facebook or Twitter. I will put those links in the description below. And if you have any other questions for me about writing or books, also feel free to leave a comment and I will try to answer them. What Might Have Been is still available at all major retailers. I will put a link to that in the comments below. And until then, happy reading!